Welcome back to Sunrise Daily. Continuing our focus on the security situation we've got on our hands, involving so many things from so many perspectives. Well, now we're joined by Mr. Mike Omeri, who is the coordinator of the National Information Center. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me, Chamberlain.
Well, first and foremost, must say yes, it's a tough job tackling all of this for the country, the leadership. Let's get first of all, this meeting the president had with the girls, because you have people who have said, well, look, this meeting should have happened way before yesterday, but eventually the meeting held. So what do you think this meeting will achieve now?
Well, it's never too late for the president of the country to meet with citizens. Yesterday, just because of the peculiar circumstances or situation of Chibok, and the challenges that came with it. Yesterday's meeting was quite, quite frank. It was able to put issues in perspective and ensured that parents that from their president. It was rescuing the girls and ensuring that peace is restored in the area. The parents too were able to communicate with their president. They were able to explain what happened. The children also graphically explained details of what happened on that night and how some of them were, escaped. And a number of things came to the fore in the general discussion, especially from the children that managed to escape, how they were helped by other citizens of Nigeria whom they just met in the bush there, the Fulani settlements. And it goes further to show that the Nigerian spirit of brotherhood, of wanting to help the other person, is still there. And that this unfortunate situation that we have found ourselves is totally alien and not in our character.
That's why, there are so many people who don't understand, that they wonder, why couldn't the handlers or advisors of the president have initiated or facilitated a meeting with the president and then the parents or those who have escaped long before now?
It has always been on the card. The president would have preferred to even go to Chibok. Clearly, you understand, at that time, when the situation happened, the concentration and mobilization of assets was towards rescuing the girls. It wasn't about sitting to meet, but finding the girls and stopping the insurgency in its track. So that may have explained the initial gap between meeting the parents of the girls. And it was not ever not in contention, because even within the period, a number of attempts have been made by the president to reach the community. He had sent a team of service chiefs to the area. All the service chiefs went in one aircraft to Chibok. Thereafter, the fact-finding committee also visited Chibok, all in his state. So it was not as if no effort was made at that high level to reach the community.
But you know that there are those who have said, look, information handling about all of this, that there's been a big question mark and it needed to improve.
Yeah, rightly so, and that was why at the point the National Information Center was created, so to harmonize all information coming from different sources, streamline and give credible, timely information to the citizens, to the journalists, so they're able to do their work, and something that can always explain situations and activities related to the operation at the general mission area.
You head the National Information Center. You're the, key spokesperson, and you also manage the National Orientation Agency. I was thinking that it was strategic to have appointed you in the very first instance. Perhaps you're supposed to be giving information about this war, and at the same time also carrying out an orientation campaign. Is that the case?
Yeah, of course. We have quite a number of orientation programs that are ongoing. Before the abduction, we had initiated a workplace peace orientation program. I visited a number of camps for displaced persons. I visited cattle ranches, in the communities, and had meetings with them, and farmers' settlements, at the end of which we are able to come together as stakeholders for peace, to pray together to design an architecture that will sustain, peace building, peace enforcement, at which period participants demonstrated the commitment to finding peace where it is missing, reinforcing it where it exists, and supporting efforts of government to ensure that peace issues, permeate the society.
It turns out that you also have bodies across the state. Is that right?
Yes.
What is the relationship? Because it would seem that, the campaign at the state level is not as robust as it should be, or are certain areas the targets?
Yeah, we have, in the first instance, segmented society into three areas. First, those where we had crisis at hand that we needed to settle, those that we had finished and they needed to, like post-crisis communities, and then that is why I said we needed to reinforce where it exists, find it where it is missing, and manage that which has been achieved. And we are using our structures also in the states and local government areas. We are also in the local government areas. In fact, immediately after this crisis, we've had sensitization program in a number of markets and parks and in the communities. There are a number of other silent activities going on that, because they don't have access to the media, so the world might not know, but the communities in which we are engaged in are aware of what we are having, the platform that we have put in place, where the traditional rulers, our officers, civil defense officers, and others in the community sit to arbitrate, to arrest festering crisis before it becomes big. So, but we're going to reinforce on it. We're going to take even more standard measures to ensure that the peace project reaches all corners of this country. In the next couple of days, I think Thursday, I'll be having a meeting with all the state directors so that we can review our strategies with a view to making sure that they are armed with appropriate tools to reach communities as best as they can.